I've been a comic for 20 years, right? I've never had a real job, never had a salary. I was a street performer at Covent Garden before that, many years ago, and then I've been stand-up for 20 years. And then about 3 years ago, I started doing stuff about the climate, largely as a means of, I can see now, looking back, it was as a means of processing my eco-dread, because I always write about whatever's on my mind. Like, I'll just write whatever I think, and then I'll look at it afterwards and go, oh, clearly that shows about the anxiety about being a parent or what have you, you know. Yeah. So I started to get more and more into that, and now I cannot be bothered talking about anything else.
Great.
I really have lent so hard into it that although, like, for me, there is like a marketing question in terms of like, you know, I'm a climate comedian on LinkedIn, but my website is like, I'm a comedian and I also do stuff about climate. Yeah. But even that, it's just all, like, it's all I want to bother talking about. There's, if I come away from a gig, like I've got 2 young children, and if I go away and gig somewhere in a club I've spent 20 years building a relationship with, it burns a weekend or it burns a bedtime. So it's got to be worth doing. Yeah. And the truth is, I became accustomed to doing well at gigs. I'm not getting carried shoulder high out the room every so often, but, you know, I know what it's like to make an audience laugh really hard. And previously, it just felt like, yum, 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 lovely, applause, and oh, aren't I wonderful?
Adulation.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd love to get some one day. Yeah. Maybe we will, James.
It's super fun, but it is not nourishing in the long term, I don't think. Okay. So now, if I do a gig, I mean, I'd never do this now, but maybe 2 years ago, I would find that I would sometimes do a gig and not talk about the climate, and I just kind of go, well, what was the point?
Okay. Yeah.